Man, I haven't streamed in so long. I'm not even sure if I could still do this. Is my fan too loud? Hold on, guys. I'm not even sure if I could still do this. I'm not even sure if this is my thing anymore, you know? Holy smokes. Hey, what's up, little buddy? It's sad, right, Sly? Yeah, man. I'm not even sure if I can stream anymore, guys. Oh my God, the passion is just gone. The passion is gone. I would have passion if there were things to be passionate about, man, but holy smokes. First of all, a round of applause for Zobi70. I am at least 50 years old, and I haven't aged a day. Look at this. Hello? Oh, that's my television. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? I look like I haven't aged a day. I look younger than. Oh, no. Damn. I'm trying to get to that Persona video. I literally haven't aged a day since I've actually looked younger than when I first started. Hold on, guys. Did y'all see the new Persona trailer? Let's talk about that. Is there like a clip for it? Persona. So I could just keep playing and playing. What's up, guys? Holy smokes. This sucks. Gaming is so bad. gaming, gaming is so bad. Oh my God. I predicted this, guys. I predicted the complete and utter downfall of gaming, right? If there was one person, oh, it's gonna be some nerd talking. Come on, stop. This guy. Oh my god! Oh my god, the Persona 4 was announced! Persona 4 was announced! Come on, just people even getting excited for video games now is just weird. We're too old to be playing games this bad. Yeah, yeah, pizza. What's up, man? What's up? It's been a while, man. Sorry, dude. Man, like I said, man, I don't even know how the passion is just not there anymore. I used to be passionate about video games. I wanted to fight for video games. I wanted to fight to rescue to save video games, man. But the lack of good games, and also the constant barrage, the constant attacks. Sorry, I've been laying around all day being lazy, constantly being barraged and attacked by you guys because I'm literally trying to save gaming. I'm literally trying to save it the best of my abilities, and I'm getting attacked by you guys. Yabi, what's your thoughts on the Switch 2? Oh my God, I believe I gave him my thoughts. Mm, if we could be, what's weird is like the Switch 2 is out, but it doesn't feel like it, right? This probably has to be one of the first consoles, uh, Nintendo consoles, where I don't feel anything. Like I don't even feel like it's out right now, which is strange. I'm not even sure if there's limited access. I'm not even sure if it's sold out anywhere. I'm not even sure. Me personally, I have no passion or anything for Nintendo Switch 2. But if there are things that I could say that I saw that were positive about it, I would say that, um, which is something that I should not be positive about because it goes against Zobi 7, the Zobi 70 brand, and what I believe gaming should be. I guess that's the reason why I'm not excited for this console. Is because of the things that I saw where they took the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They took Pokemon Scarletian and Violet, and they gave it a massive upgrade. They made it 60 frames per second, and the characters on. They got all the bunch of monsters on screen and things like that, such. And it's nothing to be truly excited about. But if that was a positive, I would say that was it. I also saw that the other games got other grip upgrades as well. I also saw that there was a frame rate boosters and faster loading times and things of that such on the Switch too. But for me, that's not really a selling point aspect. I've always just been a gameplay guy, you know. So it's for me. I don't think it's really worth paying $500 to for a Pokemon Scarlet upgrade. That's not my style, you know. Oh, you mean the guys on Twitter attacking? The Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I mean, all over, man. You could just Google Zobi 70. One guy that was in my Discord. Check this out. One guy was in my Discord and he literally typed in Zobi 70, and even he typed it's like some type of Gronk or something, some type of AI thing where you could type into the AI and the AI tells you about stuff, or you talk to AI and stuff like that. The guy was like, "Yo, Zobi 70, right?" And even AI was hating on me, yo. Even the, yo, bro, I swear to God, there was AI was hating on me, yo. I haven't typed in. I deleted my Twitter after I saw that. I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what's AI doing hating on me?" You know what I mean? That was scary. That AI had access to my information like that. You know what I mean? What did the thing say? Oh, Zobi 70 is a rebel rouser. He likes to cause drama. You know what I mean? He likes to say things to get under people's skin. The thing even said that Zobi 70 is a nostalgia weirdo. He wants, you know what I'm saying? I swear to God, I swear on everything. It said I was some type of nostalgic gamer. Oh, Zobi 70 is consumed by nostalgia. That's the reason why he can't accept new games. Yo, Miguel, what's up, man? Yo, Zoe, bro, it's not gaming that is bad. I was watching the Xbox event though too myself. Thank God, Nintendo was. It's not gaming that is bad. What's bad? What's bad? I think gaming is bad, man. Gaming is hard. Well, you mean just gaming as just playing video games is? Well, I'm talking about in the aspects of modern day gaming, man. This is horrible, man. This is bad. I've never seen nothing this horrible. And he said, "Thank God for Nintendo." I don't. I'm not thanking Nintendo for nothing. Hell no. I would have with the original Nintendo Switch, but not with the Nintendo Switch 2. Mm-mm. No way. But yeah, man. You know what we're seeing today in gaming, man. Is everything that I was combating many years ago, many years ago when nobody understood, when nobody, everybody thought I was crazy, everybody thought I was insane, everybody thought I was losing my mind. You know what I mean? Everybody thought it was trolling. Everybody thought I was, even the AI thought I was trolling and stuff like that. But no, I I knew that we were going to get into this state here, man, where we were going to be sitting around twiddling our dumb thumbs. This is the worst. This is the worst. I have never seen, no generation ever have I seen where the gaming is just this bad. This is really bad, man. Really bad. I'm not sure if this was something that was orchestrated. I don't know. I don't know. But this is the worst ever, man. At least there was some type of escape to when the gaming was bad. Back when the PlayStation 4, at least we had the 3DS. We had access to the 3DS games that were coming out there with 39.99 games. You were getting the Pokemons, you were getting the Rune Factories, you were getting the Story of Seasons, you were getting access to the Persona Atlas games on the 3DS. But now, with Nintendo selling out, charging $80 for games, giving you games that they're giving you a physical game, but you don't physically own the game. It's some type of card system, key on code card system. You're putting the game in the console and the cartridge in the console, and it's downloading the game, and it's got to go through Nintendo servers first, and then it's got to confirm, and Nintendo gives the okay. But if something happens to Nintendo and they can't give the okay, you don't own that game. You don't have access to that game. Yeah, you might have a physical cartridge. You might have that, But if something happens to Nintendo or whatever, anything can happen. The developers say, "Hey, you know what? We don't want that game out there no more." If Nintendo says, "You know what? We're not cool with Sega no more. We don't want that game being distributed out there." Boom, that gone. That game is gone. Finished. Finito. And guess what? They got your money. They got your money in one of the most wretched and defiling economies we've ever seen in our entire life for the past 4 years. With the Joe Biden administration, they literally destroyed and crumbled this economy, ruining the middle class, destroying the underclass. You have to be making billions and trillions of dollars just to be able to put a loaf of bread on the table nowadays. And now you guys are using that money to get access to food and rent, to games that you can't even own. Thank God for Nintendo. Seems like it's more of about making a quick buck rather than passing passion to creating art for people to enjoy. Thank you so much for that comment, Bird. Thank you so much for that comment, man. That's what it feels like nowadays. I think that's what's missing with gaming. This is why this is the worst. I've never seen gaming so bad ever. I think Bird just bowed. He just hit the hammer on the nail, man. Hit the hammer on the head of the nail right there with that one, man. That was a good comment. Thank you so much, man. When I was coming up, man, I'm old status now. I'm 40 years old, man. I'm unk status, 40 years old. I was able to. I wasn't really there for the birth of gaming, but I was there. But when gaming started to go into a direction of creativity, originality, and with the NES, and the Super NES, and the Sega Genesis, and things like that, Sega Saturn, and the PlayStation One. I was with gaming for so long, and back then it was just seemed like it was just so much creativity and originality. Everybody was trying to gaffle your money. They were trying to gather your interest because by using the creativity status to get access to your money. This is one of the things I was combating over the years. I was combating another sequel. You know what I mean? A spiritual successor, a spinoff. Everything is just, the hype nowadays is just, when are we going to get the next sequel to a game that's, you know what I mean? Gaming has took such a twisted and dark turn, man, that you, you know we're getting sequels to games that we don't even know what the hell they are. You know what I mean? I was looking at I was looking at the Game Awards. Don't ask me why. Not the Game Awards. The Jeff Keighley Game Fest. I was looking at that, and they were announcing sequels to games I've never even heard before, man. I thought it was. They all look like Bloodborne. I was like, is that Bloodborne? It's sad, man. I blame the fans as well. The fans are the reason why. You can't blame me. I was always against everything. Everything that you're seeing today. I was against it. It was possible third party that wanted to have you not own your own game, so that's why they want to disappear even with the key cards, but the Nintendo games themselves don't have the key card stuff. Hey, what's up, 12 feet? Hey, 10, what's up, brother? Yo, Zobi, where's your Switch 2? I'm not, I thought I came out with multiple videos saying I'm not buying a Switch 2. No, I can't. And then there it is right there. That's that too. That. Where's your Switch 2? Hey, man, no, I'm not part of some group. I'm not part of some type of cult. Please don't put me in that. Don't I already made videos giving my reasons why I will not being buying a Switch 2. I'm not part of your brands. I'm not part of your gang. This ain't no gang from me. I'm part of the Zobi 70 gang, man. Buy a Switch 2 to do what? Are you guys just buying Switch 2s to be part of something? Do you feel like you're part of a group? Do you feel like being a gamer actually means something in 2025? There was a guy in my Discord. Yo, man, real men go out and buy toys. I was like, what? He didn't say buy toys, but he came out of GameStop. In between the knuckles were ashy, and he was showing off his Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, this is what real men do right here. Man. I was like, that's what real men do? Just go out and buying and consuming? Is that what it's about now? Is that the mindset that has been created for gamers? Because when I was growing up, man, we bought games that were hot, man. We didn't buy games to be part of something. We didn't. Video games wasn't to be bought to put a label on us and stuff like that. Gaming was about artistic expression. It wasn't about consumerism. When I was growing up, man, in order for us to buy a game, it had to be positive word of mouth. We didn't just get up and go buy your game blindly. You know what I'm saying? It had to be expertise marketing in order for us to buy your joint, man. I remember when I first time I saw, speaking of expertise marketing. Now I don't like this series, but it was expertise marketing, man. I remember the first time I saw the Smash Brothers commercial, and they showed Mario and Yoshi and Donkey Kong and Kirby. They were frolicking through the grass on some Nintendo type stuff, some positivity stuff. And then somebody put their foot out. I forgot who it was. It must have was Kirby or somebody. He put out his foot and tripped one of the mother suckers. And then all of a sudden it was a brawl. It was a brawl for it all. And I was like, oh shit, what? Expertise marketing, man. Pokemon wasn't just successful off of the games. There was an anime series. There were cars. You were getting access to cars. You were getting access to cartoons. You were getting access to coloring books, action figures. Expertise marketing. Sonic the Hedgehog, a cartoon series. It had two cartoon series. It had one of more of a childish Sonic Adventures type of, and then they had more of a rugged and raw and real Sonic the Hedgehog series. The Switch 2 has broke milestones and sales numbers. It did? I don't know. I didn't see anything in sales numbers as of yet. You're telling me that I have to buy a Switch 2 because everybody else bought one. That's not the reason to buy a Switch. That's the only reason you can give me to buy a Switch 2? Is because everybody else did it? There's no positive word of mouth. I'm hearing Mario Kart World is trash. I heard Mario Kart 8 is better. I don't even know, did the Donkey Kong game came out, because I don't see nobody playing it. Trying to grab the Capcom collection. Yeah, I want that too, man. I want the Capcom collection as well. That Capcom collection is lit. I wish I had some games missing. What's that game? Project Justice 2? Or is 2 on there, or is it just one? They should have put both of the games on there. But I guess they're going to use it for another collection. I'm at the point now, man. Just give me all the remastered old. Give me the old. Give me the Lunar collections. Give me the Suikoden collections. Give me the Capcom collection, and just get the hell out of my way. I this new stuff is garbage. I'm not paying $500 because everybody else paid $500. That's crazy. Give me some positive word of mouth. The new Donkey Kong game is not out yet. Oh, I thought it was out. I don't know. Seriously, people really got to start showing some discipline when it comes to these newest consoles. The fear of missing out is ridiculous. Save your funds. Wait for something worth. Yeah, I'm with that, man. Like, people are resorting to bullying tactics because I didn't buy a Switch 2, but it's like, why? Why would I buy that? Y'all don't even know why you bought it. I know why you bought it, but y'all don't even know why you bought it. Yo, man, everybody else bought it, man. It's reaching. I didn't see no milestones. But I deleted my Twitter because AI knew who I was. So I deleted that crap. I said, hold on, what's going on? Yeah, I don't want a T1000 showing up here. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tien, I feel you, man. With this crumbling economy that was started with the Democrats. The Democrats completely destroyed this economy. You barely can even afford to even breathe air nowadays. You know what I mean? Your air bill is not even paid. Everybody's backed up on bills. Food is astronomical prices. You know what I mean? The Biden administration sent all of our money overseas to places in the middle of nowhere to teach LBGT studies. You know what I mean? And I got to go out and pay $500 to get access to a console that plays games I've already played already, Western games, and Mario Kart World, and they're charging me an extra $20 to upgrade my games that I've already played. What's going on? It's Now I know why gaming is dead. It's because of you. It's because of you. You did it. You're just spending money to be spending money. You literally spent money for nothing. They say, hey, you know what? Let's charge these idiots because they're so stupid. Let's charge these idiots $20, $10 to replay the game that they already played and bought. No, buying it originally doesn't count. You got to buy it again to get the upgrades. Let's charge them $80 for Zelda Breath of the Wild, the first game. Not only that, let's charge them not to even own their games. Brilliant. And they'll do it. They're going to do it. This generation of gamers are so stupid that they're actually going to do it because they want to be part of everything that's new. They just want to be part of it. You did it. You ruined gaming. Okay, so do me a favor. Don't hype a franchise up for years. It's not support it to not support it. Come on, man. You freaking me out. You should be freaking yourself out. Y'all should be freaked out. You guys should be scared at what you guys have done. I refuse. I refuse to be as dumb as you, man. I refuse to be out there supporting corporations and they're trying to rob me for everything that I have. If Iowado was there, this is something that would blow. If Iowado was alive right now, I would love if he was alive right now. I would love if he was alive right now and he wasn't working at Nintendo. Say that he had to step down because of the Wii U instead of passing away. I wish he was still around. to see what's going on because I would love to chronicle his wisdom. And knowing how much of a passionate person he is, and I know how much he's got the Zobi 70 gene with him, and he's going to want to fight. A lot of us, there's only a small few of us out there that are willing to fight and put our lives on the line, ruin our, our careers just to save the people. This is what the symbol of a superhero is. Somebody that's willing to put their lives on the line, even if the people that you're putting your lives on the line for don't want you to save them. You know what I mean? That's the true definition of a superhero. You know what I mean? There are so many cartoons and comic books that I've read, man, over the years where I would see where it was Superman would come in and they would get mad at Superman or Spider, especially Spider-Man. Spider-Man was one of the guys, one of the first superheroes I ever saw, man, where he was doing the right thing and they were mad at him, And it wasn't necessarily the Spider-Man's fault. There were also things that came into play. The deep psychological Spider-Man is probably one of the most psychological of the superheroes, him and Superman and Batman, of course, where you would have the media as well that was projecting a negative image of the superhero, a guy that was coming in and trying to save. And, a few years back, they were coming at their channels like mine. The Jeff Keighley and the Game Awards, they came out and specifically said my channel by name. What's his name? Paris 696. These guys were subliminally attacking my channel without saying my name because it was the goal of the negative media to make it seem like people like me who were voicing our concerns was a bad thing. I can't be a superhero. I would have to be the same loser like you guys if I was going out and consuming products that were anti-gamer. That doesn't make me a superhero. Oh, just go ahead and everybody else is doing drugs. You do the drugs too. That's insane. No positive word of mouth. No, nothing to hype you up to go buy it. Nothing, no game to get you inspired to go get it. Just everybody else is doing it. You go do it. That's not what makes Spider-Man special above the rest. That isn't what makes Superman super. That doesn't make Goku Super Saiyan. You guys sit here and you love these anime characters, but everything you guys do represent the villain. You love these characters. You go on and you're getting so hyped up, inspired by the Luffy's. You get so hyped up, inspired by Goku's newest transformation. But everything you do is anti-Luffy. Everything you do is anti-Goku. The Luffy's and the Gofis will look at you like, yo, is this the next villain right here I got to take on? Because what the hell is he doing? Just obey and get in line. That's it. Just obey. That's it. Just obey Nintendo. That's it. Just consume and obey. That's it. That's what the guy told me to do in the comment section. Just go obey. Just obey and do it. Because we're all doing it. That's crazy, man. Y'all crazy. I wish Iowata was alive today because I would love to chronicle his wisdom. I would love to see what he has to say. I'm pretty sure they would have been interviewing him, and I'm pretty sure he would have kept it real. Unlike Reggie. I'm pretty sure he would have kept it real. I would have loved to hear what he has to say. Look at this. Look at this Persona remake. I posted the Persona remake and people were excited. They were like, whoa! I was like, what? Why? Why? I was like, what? This is the fourth. This is the fourth or fifth installment. What is there to get excited about Persona 4? And look at this. Look at this. Look. What is this? This isn't anything to be excited about. Hold on. Look. Hold on. My bad. I done scraping some gunk and goo off. I had some peanut butter on my screen. Hold on real quick. Look at this. What is this to get excited about? This is the fourth or fifth installment of a remake. Look. What am I getting excited for? I'm trying to figure it out. Now, this is what really didn't get me excited when they showed the gameplay. Look. Look. Look at this. What was there to get excited about? He just started running. He just took off. He just started. And I'm like, yo. And people are like, I'm like, yo, what the? I'm 40 years old. 40. A bunch of 40 to mid 30-year-olds were creaming their jeans. I'm like, yo, isn't this like the fifth remake? They got Persona 4, Persona 4 FES, they got Persona 4 Golden, they got Persona 4 uh, uh and with this installment they just made it into a over the person third person game like the Resident Evil games and stuff. Before there was an artistic, when you got the goddamn camera following behind the camera, the character, you've completely removed the artistic aesthetic. Back in the day, they purposely had it on like a swivel, like a and you had to run, and the camera wasn't behind you. You were just getting access to the background, even though you were moving. You know what I mean? Now you've put the camera right on the back of the goddamn character. You can't even see the beautiful world that's around you. People, they literally turned the goddamn Persona into a goddamn Fortnite. Totally removing the artistic expression. Gaming is just not an art anymore. Just like my man said earlier. Back in the day, man, it was all about the artistry of gaming. Now it's just they're just trying to lure in Xbox fans. They're trying to lure in the modern day PlayStation fan, Fortnite fans. There was something spiritual. It was a spiritual essence between the original Persona when you ran through that town like that. Now the camera's locked behind them like a goddamn Gears of War character, and nobody can see it except me. Gaming is yeah. Zelda. What's up, Zelda? Wait, did I see Wisdom? Hold on. I think I saw Wisdom in there. Who are these games for? Not even Gen Z. What? Yeah. Want to play these Marvel games? Yeah. Did you? They were hyping. There was a small hypage. I don't have Twitter anymore, so I don't know what's going on with I'm not getting the immediate reactions from the people. Um, they were hyping up some type of Marvel game. It was 4 players. I was like, oh, come on, stop. Only reason it was because it was exclusive to PlayStation, I believe. There's some type of 6-month exclusive deal. Oh God! And they were just like, "Oh my God, there's gonna be 4 players, man. What type of combos are we gonna be able to officiate? You're gonna be tapping one button. These guys are hyping up the combo list, and you're gonna be tapping one. I could look at that game, that new Marvel game, and let's go ahead and watch it. I can already look at this Marvel game and tell that it's going to be a one button Joy-Con Joyker. Jorker. Hold on. It's going to be a Joy-Con Jorker. Hold on, what's that new Marvel game, guys? What's the new Marvel game, guys? They got so many of these stupid Marvel fighters, these Marvel games. Marvel is so played out, man. Who's playing Marvel, bro? Like Marvel is so played out and corny now. Like that's why the thing I don't like about gaming. It's like they be mad late. You know what I'm saying? Like only people that like Marvel are the gaming developers. Don't nobody like Marvel anymore. That stuff is so that's played out. That's corny, yo. That's just trash, yo. And then you got this bozo. Look at it. His eyes are bucking and extending. This is bull crap, man. This is straight bull crap. Ain't nobody that excited for no goddamn Marvel fighter, bro. Did y'all see this? Y'all probably didn't see this. Yeah, Marvel is trash, yo. Ain't nobody playing no goddamn Marvel. Look at this. Iron Man, come on, stop. Marvel is played out, dude. I can see if they mixed in with other characters from other universes, Marvel versus Capcom, but come on, just a bunch of Marvel characters? This is trash. Oh, come on, stop. I can already tell this is a one-button fighter, yo. I can already tell that this is a one-button joint. Look at this. I can tell. Oh my God. I don't know how people think this is fun, yo. This doesn't even look fun, yo. And it looks slow. But why is it so slow? Why are they moving like they're in underwater? Is this an underwater level? Oh, this is an underwater level, guys. That's why they're moving so slow. This is a one-button fighter. No, thank you. No, thank you. Next. No, thank you. No, thank you. This is garbage. What's with the pausing and the slowing down between attacks? Why did you? This game is too slow, man. I love Doctor Doom. He's cool, man. Doom. Doctor Doom is cool, man. I like Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is a beast, yo. This game's too slow, man. This game is way too slow. I don't like this. Oh, this is gonna be a coin collector too. This is gonna be a coin collector because they're gonna release like a bunch of characters. No, they're gonna release a limited amount of characters, and then they're gonna charge you. This is how they're gonna get you. This is a one button masher, yo. This is how they're gonna get you with this game, right? They're gonna put out a limited amount of characters, and then they're gonna start feeding you with the DLC. They're gonna drop your DLC packs on you, stuff like that. So you're gonna be paying at least over $200 to get the complete game, man. Oh, freaking out of here, man. That's garbage. I miss when fighting games used to be fast and yeah. Remember, even when the game started off, it was slow and you got mad. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I mean? What is this? I remember when I got access to the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I'm playing. I'm so excited. I'm just pressing start to get access to the game, right? Bow, jumping into the Marvel vs. Capcom, and it was kind of slow. And I was like, oh damn, you instantly paused the game and you got up out of you got up into the options and you quit, and then you went back to the main menu and you would crank that speed up. That's what we did. That's what we did. We used to crank the speed, man. You were out there so fast. Remember in the episode of Dragon Ball Z? This is how it used to be back in the day, yo. Because remember the episode of Dragon Ball Z? This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite psychological moments from Dragon Ball Z. Right? Remember when the Saiyans came to Earth and they were fighting the Cybermen and they were moving too fast, and Gohan was trying to keep up, like, oh, what the freak? You know what I'm saying? And everybody else was watching, like, right? And Gohan was like, oh my God, they're moving too fast. And then they were like, no, 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 you need to follow the spiritual essence of a person if you want to get access to the battle. Remember that? You had to, yeah, you were like, yo, that's how it used to be. So if you were new to the game and you saw how fast we were moving, right? You were like, oh snap, man, come on, yo, what the hell? I can't even see what's going on. You guys are moving too fast. We were playing the game for so long and we were getting access to the spiritual essence of these characters moving on screen. The characters, you were able to follow the characters a lot more faster. So that when somebody new came, it was like, whoa. But as soon as that guy got in there, got his butt kicked a lot, all of a sudden he was able to follow the game like Gohan. Like he was like, go on, you gotta follow the. And then Gohan was like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, there they go right there. These games are so slow nowadays, man. Come on, man. Yo, this is too slow. This is too slow. This is bull crap, man. This is made for people with weird diagnoses and stuff like that we never seen before back in the early 90s, in the early 2000s and stuff. The late 90s, early 2000s, man. These new weird diagnoses that we never even seen before because of all the drugging and the foods and the chemicals they put in the foods nowadays, man. Get out of here, man. Stop. We didn't have those chemicals growing up. We weren't eating garbage like that, man. Doritos, flaming hot Doritos with a little twist of mango. Come on, stop. Get out of here. Crazy little plastic chemicals, man. We didn't have to wake up with planes flying over our head, spraying random chemicals, altering the weather, man. Stop. We didn't do that, man. We didn't have to wake up and put on a mask to go outside to the grocery store. Come on, man. We got these new diseases I never even seen before, but they're making games for them, those type of people, man. We were eating apple slices. I love when I go there. You guys go there with me, man. That's the one thing I like about y'all, man. When I go there, man, y'all be going there with me. Yeah, we were getting access to apple slices, right? Nowadays, these new moms, they're so lazy. These new moms don't even want to slice up an apple for you. You know what I mean? Oh my God, they got to buy the apples already pre sliced. Yeah, the Mountain Dew and Flaming Hot Dorito Halo Edition. Yeah. You be, and you look on the back, you be like, what the hell? You look on the back of the ingredients, you be like, what is that? X is something, it starts with an X and it ends with a Z. You'd be like, yo, what is this? Mm-mm. Look at this. I'm drinking coconut water. I'm getting access to coconut water. There's only two ingredients in that bad boy. There's only two ingredients: coconut water. That's it. Organic coconut water. That's it. We didn't eat out. We didn't do none of that, man. We wanted to. We wanted to get access to those poisonous foods. I ain't gonna lie, we did. Mama, mama, we want the McDonald's, we used to drive past the McDonald's. Me and my sister would sing a McDonald's song. McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's. We get louder and louder. We used to drive. We knew we were driving past a McDonald's. And back then they got a McDonald's on every corner now, but back then you couldn't get access to McDonald's like that. And there was only one McDonald's on Route 22. It was next to the Toys R Us. So we would literally, we would go, first it was Toys R Us. We knew we were going in the direction of Toys R Us. We'd be like, Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us. We get louder and louder. Mom just quiet, you know what I mean? Driving. All of a sudden, boom, she pulls up into the Toys R Us. We had to get one toy, you know what I mean? Just one toy. And I wanted to get a stuffed animal. She's like, no, get you one of them action figures, We would leave the Toys R Us, and then we were going in the direction of McDonald's. McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's. Shoot, pull up in the Mickey D's, man. You know what I mean? And we wanted the kids meal. Kids meal, kids meal. Now you gotta get one of the real meals. You gotta get one of the big dog meals. I was 5 and I had to get one of the big dog. Couldn't get the kids meal because I would get access to that toy and I would just let the food would stale. So I had to get the big dog meal. I had to get the big burgers. You know what I mean? The big chicken, the chicken sandwiches. We wanted those poisonous meals, but our parents weren't lazy. We would go home. Forget that McDonald's, man. I got something better than McDonald's at the crib, right? Get to the crib, a turkey burger. You know what I mean? Oh, something healthy. You know what I mean? You wanted something greasy and gooey, you know? You got you a turkey burger. Oh, damn, you know? God dang, what are the turkey burgers? But my mom used to throw down on the turkey burger. She used to hook it up, man. You know what? A little extra salt on there for you guys. Bow. Yeah, yeah. That isn't chicken and beef. That isn't chicken and beef. I don't know. There's a SpongeBob episode, man. They got some type of machine, man. There's some type of goo, and they transform it into a meat. Something I don't know. Eddie Murphy with a bit there. Turns out was made expensive. They didn't close down for no reason. A lot of people just weren't buying toys like we were. The younger generation, like my sister's generation, they didn't really rock with the toys like that. They didn't like the toys. I used to take my sister to Toys R Us as a little kid. She wanted the new gadgets, the leapfrogs and stuff. She would only buy a toy if it was combined with a PC thing, little gigawatts or something like that. You would get the toy and then you would bring it home and put the code in with the game. You know what I'm talking about? Where's my younger guys at? Well, my guys in their 20s. You would take the toy, go home, put the code in, and the toy would fuse in with the PC, then your toy was in the game. You know what I'm talking about? I got two sisters. Toys R Us actually is still open, yeah. But the kids, they weren't playing the toys like that when I was coming up. You had them. You remember getting your DS? Yeah, I got my DS used. I was hating on the DS at first. I was a PSP dude. I was hypey on the PSP, man. And the DS was like this big gray brick. What the hell is that, man? And then it's later on they came out with the colors, and that's when I jumped on board. No brothers. No, I have cousins that were like older brothers, but I never no sisters. Baked spaghetti, yeah. Was it Skylanders? No, that was like later on. I did want to invest in Skylanders, but I was like, nah, I'm cool. I did want to invest in that, but I didn't. Yeah, man, these games are garbage. Even the games we're supposed to be hyped up for are trash. A slow ass fighter. Come on, stop. In a Persona game that they turned into Gears of War. The camera's right on the back of the goddamn character. What is this crazy, man? Totally getting rid of the artistic flair. Look at this. That's pretty, but we won't be able to walk through that. Dun, 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 dun. Did they change the music? Wait a minute. The music's still the same. Boom, boom. Because they changed the music in Persona 3, which was a horrible idea. Look, hold on. The camera's so goddamn close. Look at this. That's not right. See, people don't see what I see, you know? Hold on. Whoa, look at this, guys. Look at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's too close. Back up. Come on, man. I feel like I'm playing Gears of War. Look how close I am onto this character. I can't even see what's going on. I can't even get access to the beauty. That's my stuff. The beauty of the game. Come on, man. This is too close. I feel like I'm playing goddamn Gears of War. It's so goddamn close. Oh, stop. Nope. I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Mm-mm. That's trash, bro. That's trash. That's no reason to get excited. Nope. Mm-mm. Let me see if I can find some old Persona 4. Let me show some like the comparisons to the old to the new. I'm gonna show you guys that the artistic expression is so much better. Hold on. What is that town called in Persona 4? What's that? What's that area called? Persona 4. Sides of blah bum ba da bum bum bam. What's that town called? Inaba? Thank you. Sinka bodo shunta plagano da con ga con shunta pun ken shunto. No, no. Is Inaba the whole town? What's that little city called? Yes, I'm mad the character, the camera is behind the character. I'm going to show you the difference. Why? I'm going to show you the difference. They do it to a lot of our Japanese games to cater to the Western audience. And if you're not a superhero, you're not going to be able to see what I see. You guys can't see what we can't see what Superman see. Superman has a philosophy. There's such a deep philosophy with Superman. He has X-ray vision. What does that mean? He can see what you can't see. The same thing with Zobi 70. Yeah, I have X-ray vision. You can't see what I can see. You know what I mean? I could see through things that where you guys are gonna go, come on, man. You're mad because the can't, No, no. There are certain things that we can see. Me, wisdom, solo, what's my brother? Sly, you know what I mean? We can see things that you guys can't see. What's that town called, guys? Is it Inaba? Because it's not popping up on here. Oh no. Signs of love. Shinga gonna. Yeah. I think the whole world is called Innaba. That city though, that little town. John wanted. I gotta find some type of let's play or something. God, what's these nonsense? Although the remix in Persona 3 dorm theme and Persona 3 remake is way better than the original. You're crazy. You're high. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're medicated right now. You're probably on some type of medication. That's crazy. No, it's not gonna show me. Signs of love. I can't believe they turned my goddamn persona into a third-person shooter. Look at this. I'm gonna have to find a let's play or something. There's nothing about that Persona 3 remake that's better. Nothing. Why no why? Interesting down, but not. I'm not gonna be able to find it, man. I'm not gonna be able to find it. So stupid. They ruined it, man. They soiled it. Soiled it. They soiled it, bro. I won't be able to find it. And you're wondering why people call you a nostalgia gamer? It's not. It's not. The nostalgia is a new term that was created for gaming. Whenever somebody that doesn't agree with you about a game from the past, and you know what I mean, that it's not real. When you're dealing with art, there's no such thing as nostalgia. You can't go to a museum and look at the Mona Lisa and go, okay, that's nostalgic. No, it's not. It's art, and you guys are not artists. Respectfully, you can't be everything. So it's okay to not be an artist. But I grew up an artist. I was an artist at a very young age, watching Disney movies, Disney and Looney Tunes. Those were the first things that got me into the artistry. Then it was Ninja Turtles and things of that such. I won't be able to see it, man. This thing's too slow. Damn it. Are you wondering why? It was Inaba. Oh, it is Inaba. YouTube's not giving me anything. Hold on, let me see if I can put a different type of thing. Persona 4 walking around Annabelle. Let's put that. So I gotta show you guys because you won't know unless I show you. You're just gonna resort to teasing and name calling because that your mind is so limited. That's all you can do. But I'm about to show you facts. Oh, there's some type of walking mix. Persona 4 chill walking mix. Some type of walking mix. Home. Oh, is it just stuck in the Scooby Doo Doo? Yeah, Scooby Doo, Tom and Jerry. Yeah, you know something. I grew up. Our era, we grew up in the era of artistry. You guys grew up on Call of Duty. You guys, you know, the only colors you guys know was brown and yellow. But I grew up in a different era. See, look, watch this. This I wish they can show the walking because we can get the whole effect. But I'm just gonna show you this for now. The when you I like this song so much. Hold on, can I get the beginning of this song? I like this song so much, yo. If they ruin this song, I'd be so mad. This song is so cool, man. I like this song. I like this song, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This song's tight, man. Let's go. All right, yeah, that's a good song, man. I like that song. You like that song, guys? Check this out. But look, let me show you guys. Let me show you the artistry, right? Now, boom. What's the difference between what's the difference between the camera behind the back and the camera here? The difference is the spiritual artistic expression because it's taking when you got the new Persona game where your camera is going to be directly behind the character. You're not going to see anything but the character. But back in the day, quote unquote nostalgia, what they did was they made you the character, your character's the smallest thing on the screen because what they wanted you to do was get access to the atmosphere. You're the reason the Persona games are so cool, especially with Persona 4, is because it gave you that feeling that you were part of this world. Remind you of summertime. You see what I'm saying? You got there's so many things on screen here. A picture is worth 1,000 words. You can see everything, so everybody's perspective is going to be different as well. But at least you're getting an artistic expression. At least you're getting something that's making you think. Now, when you're dealing with Western games, they don't want you to think. When you're dealing with Western games, they don't want you to have artistic expression. They're speaking to the slowest and lowest common denominator. So when you have the camera directly behind the back of the character, compared to what we see here in the same scene, right? In the same scene, you're not seeing anything and you're not getting any type of artistic expression. You're just getting a camera right behind the back of a weirdo. And that's not what Persona is. Hey, what the hell? I didn't skip the character. This trailer's so goddamn short. I'm skipping, but not skipping anything. Now here's the gameplay. Boom. That's it. The camera's just behind your back. You're just running. You're not seeing anything. They purposely had to tilt the camera to the back of the character to show you, okay, hey, look, you're in the village. I know you can't see where you're at, but let's tilt the camera around while you're running so we can show you, hey, this is it. We're showing you everything. It's not. It's all smoke and mirrors. The back of the weirdo's head is taking the whole screen. Yeah. Wait for the real trailer. Now I gotta wait. You know what I mean? Now we gotta wait for it to be good. Come on, man, stop, stop. The only reason I noticed is because they did it with all of my favorite Japanese games. Um, the only reason I know what they're doing to cater to a more Western audience is they take that goddamn camera and they put it right behind the back of the head of the character, and that's not what Persona represents. That's not what a lot of Japanese games represent. When I was coming up in the nostalgic era, it was about capturing that atmosphere. You know what I mean? It was about capturing the atmosphere. And when you put that character right behind his head, it ruins it. Final Fantasy VII, the Resident Evil series, now Persona. These are just little things that we have to spot with our X-ray vision. We got to spot these things immediately. We can't just see a game and see a number and see a remake behind it, and we just go, "Whoa!" We can't do that anymore, man. We got to learn our lessons from the mistakes of the past. It's sad that we haven't learned these lessons yet. The Switch 2 is a cash grab. Yes, it is. Better than Expedition 33. I I um I can't say that. Expedition 33 is a brand new IP that is bringing brand new things to the table. I cannot say that's better. No. But combat, they're doing things with the combat at Expedition 33. They have this parry system that I'm very fond of. I haven't played Expedition 33, and I probably never will, but I cannot say that a Persona 4, another Persona 4 remake, that just would just break the code. That would just break the code of Zombie 70, man. We're all about creativity. We're all about originality here, man. We got to give props where props are due. I refuse to sit around and have a. That's never been Zombie 70's motto, is to be an old an old hater. I'm not hating. I'm just, I'm tightening up. You know what I mean? I'm just tightening up with some loose screws. That's all I'm doing. Please don't ever get the Zombie 70 brand as a hater. It's never been my case. I've always been a guy that just wanted to tighten up the screws. Screws were loose. We needed to tighten them up. Hating is for dudes who don't get bitches. You know what I mean? I get bitches, so I can never be a hater. I can never be a hater. I see those sticks across the forehead. Yeah, the stitching. Yeah, stitching across the forehead. Yeah, yeah. We're not haters. We're not. We're not. No, no. Stop. Stop. You're not a hater. Well, maybe you are, but no, no. We don't hate here. We don't here. We just loosen up tight screws. Now, if you can find things to be objective about Expedition 33, then I can sit back and listen. But just to say, well, this is better than that. That's never been Subby 70's motto. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't cool. Mm-mm. Yeah, this is bad. Gaming is in a really bad state. Was I wrong about Final Fantasy 8? What video is this? I like Final Fantasy 8. To be honest, I played it back in the day for like 10 minutes, but I played it recently and it was really good. I stopped playing though because I found out that I was leveling up my characters wrong, so I got to replay the game all over again. But I just never got a chance to replay it. And not only that, they changed up the card system rules on me. And I'm a card weirdo. I don't like buying cards in the real world, I like collecting cards in video games. I'm a weird collector in video games, and they changed the rules up, man. And I was losing, and I lost a card. I said, "Oh no, come on, man, stop!" You know what I mean? An objectivator. I think Atlas is living off of Persona 5 success. Oh, thank you for saying that, Stink Muffins. Um, thank you for saying that because I was thinking about that earlier when I saw the Persona 4. I said, um, are they going to try to remake Persona 5? Oh my God. There's a way to keep the original rules. Yeah, I think you got to find some way to hack the thing, but I was watching a video, but I don't think I did it right. I don't know. Or I didn't get to the part yet where you can do it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're gonna try to remake Persona 5. Did I say 4? I meant Persona 5. They're gonna try to remake Persona 5, aren't they? This is where it's leading up to. A Persona 5 remake. I would much rather prefer to remake Persona 1 and 2. That would have made more sense to me than remaking Persona 3 and 4, because it feels like we were just playing Persona 3 and 4. But when they remake something, it's only to remake it to capture a Western audience. That's the only reason why they're remaking it. They're not remaking it for the fans. You know what I mean? It's only for to capture a modern audience. And to be honest, everybody playing JRPGs right now is the modern audience. There's only about a handful of us that is really, you know, fans of the older stuff. Everybody, you, all of you guys are all. And I can say this. You guys can't say that what I'm saying is wrong, because you got to remember I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. And when I was telling y'all about the personas, when I was telling y'all about JRPGs, nah, Zobi, man, come on, man, that's nah. You got to have variety, bro. You got to have. Remember that? Remember, everybody was like, "Dude, you gotta have variety, man. You gotta have a shooter. You gotta have yourself a fighter, man. You gotta have." Remember when I was on here making crazy allegations talking about JRPGs is all you need? Back in the day, it was JRPGs and fighters, but they turned fighters into one button mashers, so I don't play those. But remember, I'm the only one here that can firmly stand on his ground and say that I was ringing the Dell of the JRPGs. So that's what I'm saying right now to every single one of you talking about, nah, I was always playing JRPGs. You're a liar. You're a liar and a nigger. I am telling you, you're a liar. I was the only one here that was saying crazy things. But now in 2025, only thing people play is JRPGs, man. I'm going through people's profiles talking about JRPG King, and I love JRPGs, and I was like, where the hell were these people at when I was getting in the trenches? You know what I mean? They should start remaking with P1. Yeah, that's what I thought. That would have been better to put the damn camera behind one of those characters. I would have been like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I probably still wouldn't play it, but that would make more sense than just they put out so many Persona 3 remakes and 4 remakes over the years. That's crazy. The best Persona is the first one. Go back and play the first one for the PS2. That's the best one right there. That motherfucker is hard as hell. Go back and play the first Persona 4. That's the best one on the PS2. Y'all not real JRPG fans. Y'all never started with that one. Y'all started with Golden when it came to the Switch. But I'm trying to tell you, man, yo, that first Persona Golden is a casualized version in comparisons to Persona 4 on the PS2, man. Because like with Persona 4 Golden, you were able to get cards and you were able to get these cards and attach skills onto monsters. You know what I mean? Like you could literally keep a monster from the beginning of the game and take them all the way to the end because you were able to get access to these cards and you were able to attach them to the monsters and you were able to keep going through the game. They really casualized Golden. Golden is a super casualized version. But go back and play Persona 4 on the PS2. Um, I played that one. That one was hard. Yeah, it was hard as hell. Yo, you literally was not getting past the first boss unless you were doing proper fusion coordinates. You literally had to go in there and do some serious. You literally had to go and use the fuse system. Nowadays, we don't use the fuse system. We'll use it just to get access to characters. But literally back in the day with the Persona games and with the SMT games, we used the fusing system to get access to skills. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all new booty, man. Y'all new, yo. Y'all a bunch of newbies, yo. That's the reason why you like the camera behind the back of the skull like that. Y'all a bunch of newbies, yo. Y'all a bunch of newbies. Y'all new to this, man. Yo, if you needed to get access to certain skills, you had to go and you had to fuse. You had to take the slime monster, you had to take Pixie, and then you had to fuse them together, and you had to take the skills would transfer over, and you go, okay, I can finally take this new demon out, the boss out. That trick is hard. Go back and play Persona 4, the first one, the PS2. You won't do it. You won't do it. No, you won't. It's too hard. These guys are hyping Order 1886, and yeah, remember that? Y'all new booty, man. Y'all are new, man. Y'all were hyping up Order 1886, bro. Like my boy Wisdom said, man. Y'all new as hell, yo. Trying to tell me how I should react to JRPGs. Come on, stop. Stop. I should block you. Who's telling me? Let me read some of these comments. Who's telling me I'm blocking them? Telling me nothing. The Tales series doesn't get enough shine. Um, I like I've been very hard on the Tales of series over the years. I don't like the new ones, but the ones where they were the side, they based off the template of Tales of Symphonia, Abyss, Vesperia. This Tales of Grace's F. Tales of Grace's of F. In this side system, the side system, they're some of the best RPGs I've ever played in my life. And this is coming from a Tales of hater. You know what I mean? I was hating on these games back in the day. I was like, what is this button mashing garbage, man? Yo, I swear to God, I was not rocking with the Tales of games because of the button mashing aspects. I was like, this is bull crap. Now, I still stand by that. Play the Tales of games on normal. If I go into like a live stream, somebody's playing the Tales of games, and I'm like, yo, what difficulty you on? I'm like, I think I put it on easy. I get the hell up out of there. Play the Tales of games on hard. Play any of the Symphonias, Abyss, Vesperia, Tales of Grace's F. Play them on hard. No Diddy, like, so fun. So fun. It's such a rush. You will get one of the most ultimate. I've never got such an ultimate rush from a JRPG than playing the Tales of games so hard. It's so hard. The bosses are literally coming in and just ramsacking you. You know what I mean? And you gotta play. It's not like, with the Tales of With your modern action JRPGs, you're kind of just tapping the square button with endless stamina. You know, you're just coming in and swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging, and that's crazy to me, man. But with the Tales of games, there's a rhythm to it. There's a rhythm based 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3, hold. Sometimes you can get this boost and you can go unlimited for a little. It looks like your little dick meter kind of raises up, and you can get access to this. But man, play the Tales of games on hard. Some of the best JRPGs I've ever played in my life. Love it. I love Vesperia too. White Knight Chronicles, man, that's another good game. That's not an action game. That was kind of like Final Fantasy 13. No, I'm so sorry. Final Fantasy 10, right? How is that combat? No, 12. 12. It was like 12. It had more of a Final Fantasy 12 combat system. I haven't played White Knight Chronicles in so long, but I want to. I stopped playing because there was an online mode. It was a free MMO. I swear on everything, man. There was a free. This is before y'all even know what y'all were talking about. Y'all knew. I used to play White Knight Chronicles, and there used to be a free MMO mode. I was up in there just chilling for free while you guys are paying. This is how dope. This is how dope Japan used to be, man. They used to give you free MMOs. White Knight Chronicles had a free MMO mode. You would go in there, fight demons, level up your characters. Cats would let me join their little parties. They level 99. I'm level 10. I'm doing, and my experience is just going up. I go back to the main game, and my character's level is too high. But still, man, White Knight Chronicles is a really super hidden gem, man. That I don't even see it on a hidden gems list. But that's a good game. But when it had MMO mode, when it was a free MMO, it was dope. Lost Odyssey, I still haven't played that one, but I know it's good. There's just certain games I never played, but I tip my hat to it. I feel like Sega is milking the Yakuza series to death, though. Yeah, but I know some idiots that bought the Yakuza Zero for the Switch. What a bunch of losers! The Ultimate Edition, and it's the same exact thing. It's the same thing, and you don't even own the game. I could see if you owned the game, I would have been quiet, but you don't even own the game. Stupid losers. Lost Odyssey, the greatest underrated JRPG. Blue Dragoon, yeah, it's another one. I played. I didn't play a lot of it, but I played it and it was great. I remember I played it way back in the day. You know, I go all the way back when they used to give Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey negative reviews. Oh my God, they creamed on those games. They rode Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey, saying it was trash. It was outdated combat, outdated characters, the same outdated combat and characters that you would see on a modern JRPG today. But back then, it was considered outdated and played out. I remember. So I'm thinking it's trash. I'm thinking Blue Dragon is trash, right? So I play Blue Dragon. I go get it and I play it, and it was like, man, this game is freaking dope as hell. But back then, there was an attack. There was an organized attack against Japanese games back when the 360 had came out because the 360 was getting JRPGs. And it was like, and PlayStation was going more towards shooters and stuff, even though 360 had the shooters and stuff like that. But PlayStation wasn't getting the JRPGs like Xbox was. They were getting Vesperia. They were getting Lost Odyssey. They were getting Blue Dragoon. And the media was just destroying those games. They destroyed Vesperia. Vesperia is not liked till this day by Sony fans because it was exclusive to the 360 originally. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Vesperia is like one of the greatest games I ever played in my life, but they do not put that in their top. They'll put some garbage on the top list. You know what I mean? But that game is dope. X360 was the ish. I don't know what happened to the Xbox brand now. Uh, What happened to the Xbox brand? Wow. I think just being Xbox is the reason why the Xbox brand fell off. You know what I mean? I think just being an Xbox, just being a competitor to PlayStation, like a side by side competitor to and actually beating the PlayStation as well, like kicking the PlayStation's ass back when the 360 was out. I think that is the downfall of Xbox. If except for Xbox just ignoring that and just doing what they do, um, and the DRM, but DRM is everywhere now. DRM was on the PlayStation 4 as well. It still is, but just the idea of Xbox doing anything bad, uh, Xbox just never had a chance when it came to the 360. The beef started with the Xbox original. I remember I was there, um, and I was one of the cats that was hating on the Xbox. But when that 360 came out, man, and the rise of YouTube and social media, that's been the downfall of Xbox. I don't even think Xbox necessarily did anything wrong. Just competing with PlayStation was a problem. It was a problem, and everybody came after Xbox. The media still goes on today. I have love for Japanese games, but modern Japanese is going down the same road. Yeah, man. Sadly, but there are some rays of hope, but they'll end up going down that same road as well. But I always thought they were the rays of hope anyway. Going back to the 3DS, um, Level 5 and Marvelous, they came out with two bangers. Fantasy Life I and Rune Factory, the Guardians of the Galaxy. That those are two good games that I would totally recommend today, right now. If you're looking for a hot Japanese game with artistic expression, great atmosphere, great gameplay. If there were two games right now that are brand new, and you want to get the Zobi 70 stamp of approval, you would rock with Level 5 and Marvelous, and with the Rune Factory, the Factorian series, and Fantasy Life I. Those are good games. Only thing that sucks is that Fantasy Life I is a digital only game. But if you want to get the physical, you got to get it from Play Asia. The only thing that sucks about Fantasy Life I is that it's a digital only game. But if you want to own it, you got to go to Play Asia. That sucks. I'm looking forward to the Virtual Fighter 5 Revo on the PS5 Pro. Zobi, are you a brown man? A brown man? Virtual Fighter was always one of my favorite fighters. I love Virtual Fighter. I think it's the best 3D fighter out of the fighters. Way better than Tekken. Tekken is horrible. I used to like Tekken on the PlayStation. Not anymore. Today's the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I should have went down there. I should have just went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Just like, yo, what up? I'm here. I'm gonna go next year. I don't even rock with the Puerto Ricans like that, but I just should have went. I was thinking about going. There was a party in the park yesterday. Oh, was that the same day as the Puerto Rican Day Parade? I almost went. I almost went with my coworker, but I was like, I'm going to bed, man. I'm 40 years old. Soul Calibur was a great on the Dreamcast. Still is great on the Dreamcast. And the one that came to the GameCube and they had Zelda on it, that's a good game as well. But after that, it kind of went downhill. It went downhill. I think buying all these studios was a mistake, to be honest. Well, yeah, if we're dealing with modern gaming, yes. But if this was like 20 years ago, it would have been cool. But with modern gaming, with Western modern gaming, with Japanese as well, it's hard to make a game. It's hard to make a game nowadays. And the only reason it's hard is because they made it hard. I saw a game at the at this Xbox showcase where they were showing some black girl in an astronaut suit just doing stuff. Let me see if I can find this game. Give me a second, guys. Did y'all see that? It was a random bad game, and it was to me when I was looking at the game, I was just like, what the hell? What the hell has happened to gaming? What is this? What is this DEI garbage? No disrespect. Just because I see a black girl in the game doesn't make it DEI, but this is what makes it DEI. A lot of people are probably wondering why are there so many ugly women in video games? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Xbox is racist. Simple as that. Oh my God, is he on this whole racial? Let me show you. Let me show you why. I'm gonna show you why women can't be attractive in video games. It's not because of the male gaze. It's not because we're not here for your entertainment. No, it's because it's an ongoing thing to not show attractive black women. That this is a new thing where they don't want to show you attractive white women. White women were always the standard of beauty. But now with DEI, you have to be racist. So we're going to make the white woman ugly, but that's because we can never show you a beautiful black woman. Look at this black woman. And look at all the women who are black in these video games. There's nothing attractive about them. Nothing. Look at the Naughty Dog game where when Nathan Drake was knuckling up with that black woman and she has some big ass buff arms. You go, she was the first one, the first big buff black woman in a video game. She was the first one. Way before Abigail. But the idea of showing an attractive black woman can't do it. Look at the space game. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my God, here we go. No, I'm telling you the reason why they will not have attractive women in games. Because if they're going to create a black character because of DEI, she's not going to be attractive. And we can get away with it because all the women aren't attractive. Look at this. That's something that goes all the way back. That's something that goes all the way back to the Aunt Jemima figure in Hollywood. What was the black woman that won the first Academy Award? And she was playing some type of Aunt Jemima character, and she said, "I'm a credit to my race." What is her name? Damn, can't think right now, guys. I cannot think. Look at this black woman, man. She has nothing going on for herself. Look at this. I was like, why they got this ugly ass? Look at this. Where's the appeal? She doesn't even look like a real person. Look at this. Oh my God. Heidi McDaniels, thank you so much. It goes all the way back to Heidi McDaniels, Oprah. I remember when Oprah lost the weight, she came to on the show and she lost all the weight. She came in with a bag of meat, talking about this is all the weight that I lost. And then they canceled Oprah. Look at this. I said, look at this racist shit. Look at this. They cannot give you an attractive black woman. Well, she's an astronaut, man. I can show you a black astronaut. The first black astronaut was a black woman. She's gorgeous. What is this game? This is a walk straight simulator. This is that third person camera over the head, No creativity, no originality, creating no atmosphere. This is just your typical Persona garbage. What? What? The reason Xbox and all this and the games are trash, the reason that the purchases from Activision and everything like that is because of racism. They're not allowed to be creative anymore because you have to check off this DEI checklist. And it's like, when you do DEI, you have to get rid of white. So this is what we'll do. We'll put a black girl in there. But the thing is, she can't be attractive. And for those of you who go, well, what's so important? But that's just how gaming has since its conception. Um, we've always had an attractive woman in a video game. We've always had an attractive woman. And you cannot think of one video game until now was where we always had. Where are my gaming historians? Come on, name some females in video games. Come on, where are they at? Man, we never had any game. That's why they got to create girls now because we never had any. Give me my girl. Come on, come on. Where are my gaming historians at? Give me them. The Arms game got a black woman. Forget her name. Well, that's Nintendo. Nintendo's different. I'm talking. We were talking about the Microsoft. Why Microsoft can, the acquisitions today, they're not going to be good because of garbage like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But that's Nintendo. Nintendo's different. Nintendo, in my eyes, is not racist yet. Not until not yet. Yeah, you guys know. You guys know. So to see ugly women in video games is like, I remember this is something to go off of the whole racism thing, man. Check this out, right? Like, I like all women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to put the cape on just specifically for black women. I like all women. You know what I'm saying? But leave me out of this. Yeah, I remember a time where black women were number one. Remember? Y'all forgot. Yeah, I remember, man, in the 90s, the early 2000s, black women were kicking ass. I remember? Now it's you got the what's that look now, that Kardashian thing where the light skin, long black hair, big booty. That's the image of beauty today. But I remember when I was coming up, man, black women were number one. And it started off with that goddamn Claire Huxtable. Started off with Claire Huxtable. Claire Huxtable was, we ain't never seen no shit like that before, yo. When they would have black women on that goddamn screen, she had to look like Harriet Winslow. She had to look like that show. Remember that black show, That's My Mama? Remember those black shows? Remember the Jeffersons? They had to look like that. They had to look like the goddamn characters, the characters on the Xbox. You know what I mean? Remember? Listen, I'm telling you, a tiger never changes its stripes. So whenever I see something today, I know that it was something that we've already seen in the past. I'm looking at these characters, these black girl characters they got. I'm like, yo, that's nothing more than a Harriet Winslow. That's nothing more than the goddamn girl from Good Times, man. What's her name? I don't know. I never watched black shows back in the day. What was the George Jefferson show? The Moving On Up show. They used to have these black women that look crazy, man. Back when they had respect for themselves mostly. No, but I'm trying to tell you, it's orchestrated. I remember when Bill Cosby came on, man, with that. It wasn't just Claire. It was also the 70s exploitations with Pam Grier as well. They would have this black Native American type look to him, man. Bad as a mother sucker, yo. These were some of the, and they didn't. Well, Pam Grier showed off the breast and things of that such, but Claire Winslow didn't show. Claire Winslow, Claire Huxtable didn't show nothing. Bad, and that started the rise of black women's beauty on in entertainment. And then that's from my time, it was the Holly Berries came out. It was Vivica Fox's. Remember, you can't look at them now. You got to look at them back in the day. There was what's the girl that used to wear the pixie cut on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Oh my God, she was dating Will. She was bad back in the day. Nia Long. Remember, there was a rise in black female beauty. Remember, in the '90s, early 2000s, you had your Beyonces. You can't look at them now. I'm talking about back in the day. Now you look at them now. There's a bunch of old married or old, old chicks. You know what I'm saying? But back then, when that's when the rise of the black beauty was. I'm not putting the cape on. I'm just being real. Black girls were dominating. Yeah, she was bad on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Oh my God, she was petite. That beautiful brown. That she had some nice brown skin. She had those lips. Remember the pixie? Girls couldn't rock the pixie joint back in the day. There was only about 5 girls that can rock that bad boy, man. Black women were gorgeous. Early 2000s, we had Anne Marie. Remember? We had there was so many bad black chicks, man. Now and they didn't have to show you anything to be bad. Compared to that nowadays, the Hispanic girl or a Kardashian or an Egyptian or that look, Arabic type of look, they got to show something. They got to show booty. They got to show no clothes. They got to show something. Back then, these black girls were doing it, and they didn't show you a goddamn thing. That's what made them special. But do you guys remember the downfall? I remember the downfall. Do you guys remember the downfall of black women? I remember. Tyra Banks, remember? Aaliyah. I loved Aaliyah. I was Aaliyah crazy. I didn't know none of her songs, but I just thought she was the baddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Black girls were killing it. And the powers that be, they said Mariah Carey in her youth. Remember? Mariah's black. Damn. Whitney Houston, remember? In her prime. Y'all don't remember. Y'all don't remember. Y'all don't remember. Y'all don't remember. Y'all don't remember the downfall. I remember the downfall. I remember when they took it and they flipped it to to that look, to the modern new look now with the big booty. Because black boys were attracted to that black booty. I mean, excuse me, not black boys. The white boys, the younger white boys was getting attracted to that black booty. Back then, white girls had to be skinny as a twig. They had to be, back then they used to have shows about girls doing the anorexia because they had to fit the image of what the Caucasian male wanted. And that was a skinny twig type thing with a big chest and big feet. But then all those beautiful black women were coming on that goddamn screen, and the white man was like, "Yo, what is this?" Y'all remember the downfall? Don't forget Brandy. Brandy had it cooking. She had it. She had it going on. Foxy Brown and Little Kim. Yeah, black women were more attractive. But listen, I'm trying to tell you the downfall. Y'all don't remember the thing? I remember the downfall. It was the Kim Kardashian sex tape. That's what flipped everything, man. But before the Kim Kardashian sex tape, there were three elements to the apocalypse. Number one, when Nelly took the remember the BET Uncut. Remember the BET Uncut, and white boys were up all night jorking their penars, looking at these black women twerking and getting it going, and you know what I mean? They were putting up posters of Little Kim on their wall, and white fathers were walking in and going, "What in the hell is going on? I raised my son to be an N-word lover," you know? It was that goddamn. Remember the tip drill? Oh, the tip drill video. Nelly took that goddamn credit card and he swiped it through the booty cheeks. Now that wasn't the beginning. It was the beginning, but it wasn't what started it. What started it was Rutgers had black girls, and this news host, I forgot the news host name. What was his name? He came on, he called them nappy headed hoes. He called them nappy headed hoes. Don Imus? This is going way back. He called them nappy headed hoes, right? And no black feminist movement came after this guy. None of the black women came after him. It was only black men. It was Jesse Jackson. It was your typical blacks that were coming out at that time. Even Obama came out and said something. Even Obama said something. And the black women could not come after the Caucasian. They never will. They never will. None of not your mom, your sister, none of them will. They never will. The RoboCop never came after its creator. What they did was they came after black men. And they came after that Nelly tip drill video. And they said the reason the white man doesn't love us is because you degraded us by taking that credit card and swiping it through the butt cheeks. That was element one. Element two, Corinne Steffens, Superhead. Remember her? She wrote a tell-all book, snitching and telling. She was popping. She was popping. She was. She even had a porno. She was popping. The white guys were like, yo, black girls are it. She was popping. And in that goddamn the third element to that apocalypse was that goddamn Kim Kardashian. She came right behind that with her own sex tape with Ray J. That was the downfall of the black woman. That was it. The black woman has been stammering and stammering. She done fell all the way to the goddamn bottom because of those three things right there. We haven't seen a fine looking black woman in a very long, since that time, since 2006, 2007. They went all the way back to the Hattie McDaniel look. And they put it in the video games, and they know a lot of white guys buy those games. A lot of black people too. Black men. But a lot of white people are buying those games. And we cannot, and I mean, if we're doing DEI, guess what? They all got to be ugly. Because we cannot have these white boys looking at a black woman with big titties and an ass. We are not going back to that. It's deep, isn't it? It's some real deep psychological shit. White boys aren't watching BET anymore. They're in those goddamn video games. And the last thing we're going to have these white boys looking at is these black women so they can get some race mixing going. Could you imagine if this was 20 years ago, we had a black woman on that goddamn screen with the physics and the graphics that we have today, the natural booty, the natural ass, the natural breasts. These white boys will lose their mind. So what they say is, hey, okay, you can have it. You can have it with the Kardashians. Here you go. Here's the booty with the Kardashians, but just make sure she's white, okay? Jesus Christ. The black woman hasn't been right since, man. She looks crazy now. Ice Spice, Glorilla, Sexy Red. There is absolutely nothing appealing about that. What's the other one that got caught with Tory Lanez? Oh man, there's nothing appealing about them, and it's actually annoying people when you see them on screen. The curves, yeah. And to be honest, the reason we don't see a rise in black women is because we're the black women to say that this is bad on screen. The only people that are saying that this is bad about the Ice Spices and the Sexy Red, the only people that are saying something are black men. Where are black women? We would have more beautiful black women on screen if the black woman would stand up and say, hey, we don't want this image of us. But RoboCop never came after its master. RoboCop never comes after its creator. Remember the RoboCop? RoboCop was sitting there. The creator, he tried to get the credit. He couldn't shoot that mother sucker, man. Let's go. Let's look at the. Oh no, I can't put no RoboCop, no movies on here, man. They're gonna get me. I apologize. I got a little too deep, guys. But I just wanted to explain the reason why women are ugly in video games and the reason why they can't make a good video game. The reason why the acquisitions are a complete fail. Microsoft did it to themselves. They can make money, but they won't. It's not. You got to understand that America loses out on trillions of dollars. America spends trillions of dollars. This is a fact. America spends trillions of dollars. Let me see if I can find the video. Dang, where was that video? Let me go to my history. I saw a video the other day. America is spending trillions of dollars to keep black people from economic to they're losing trillions of dollars and they're spending trillions of dollars to keep the economy the way it is because they refuse to allow African Americans to have growth within the country. This is a fact. This is a fact. They're spending trillions of dollars. They're losing out on trillions of dollars to keep black people down. This is a fact. I'm going to find the video right now. It was a long time ago I seen these videos. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know the guy's name, but he did a video breaking it down. Oh, this is a business. This is a business to keep African Americans from economic prosperity. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Xbox would rather lose money than create an attractive black woman. Because you can make an ugly Caucasian woman, but that wouldn't seem real. You know what I mean? If you see an ugly Caucasian woman in The Last of Us, you go, this is not real. This is fiction. You're never gonna see a buff Caucasian woman walking around in a zombie apocalypse where there's no steroids, there's no gym equipment, there's no nothing, there's no time to do gym. Where's that video at, man? It was so long ago. Is that it? Is that his name? Mike? Let me break it down, fellas. Let me break it down. Y'all won't believe me if I tell you. Y'all won't believe me if you won't tell you. They spend trillions of dollars to keep your black ass from getting money. And America as a whole. Everybody has to suffer. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. You would automatically go outside and say, "Oh no, that's fiction." But with a buff black woman fighting Nathan Drake, That's believable. You can believe that. Yeah. They're all buff and strong and they'll knuckle up with you. That's believable. An ugly black woman in a video game? Oh, that's believable. I believe that. I can see that. Listen, I'm not putting the cape on. I'm being honest, you know. You guys know that. I'm not putting the cape on. Man, you're putting your cape on, man. No, I'm just being honest. Sorry, guys, I took it dark. I took the stream somewhere dark, but I had to answer the question why these acquisitions are not going to succeed because of they put themselves there to not succeed. Zobi, did you talk about Persona 4? Yeah, I did. You're late, Zome or Zome. Why do you think Marvel don't really promote X-Men? No man, no more Storm was a black baddie. Oh yeah, she was. Remember in the remember they put Holly Berry as Storm in the movie, but she didn't say nothing. She had to be in the side. She was just in the side somewhere. But they put her in the movie because she was pop back. Remember when popping back then, man? Oh my God. They were dominating. Here it is. Here's the video. Here's the video. They're spending trillions of dollars to keep you from.
No one wants to talk about because it's uncomfortable. But we have to have those uncomfortable conversations.
We got to.
A landmark Citigroup analysis in 2020 found that racial inequality cost the United States $16 trillion in lost GDP over the previous 20 years. So America lost $16 trillion, right?
Spend $16 trillion.
Because of this racial inequality and wealth, driven by lower black incomes, restricted access to higher education, and depressed home ownership and business investment. Citigroup projected that closing key racial gaps today could add $5 trillion to the US GDP in the next 5 years. That's $1 trillion a year, right? Mm-hmm. About $1 trillion a year in extra output. Failing to close these gaps is economically wasteful. Reparations would be an investment that unlocks new consumption, entrepreneurship, and human capital gain. Closing the black-white wealth gap would circulate money currently left on the table through new spending, investment, and prosperity for everyone. What is wrong with prosperity for everyone? Gotta talk about the money, right?
I apologize. The guy, he's not a good speaker. I'm pretty sure he's reading something, but I just wanted him to break down the facts. You know what I'm saying? They're spending trillions of dollars. And this is the same that is happening with Microsoft. That this is why I say they're racist. Because you can make so much money by having a beautiful black woman. That space astronaut game would be appealing if you're going to take a black woman and you would have made her attractive. Give her the hips, give her the breasts, give her, you know what I'm saying? Just give it to her. We know these things work because they're taking these same elements and putting it on an Asian woman. They'll put it on a white woman. We know it works. They'll put it on Bayonetta. They'll give Bayonetta a woman from England. They don't have no curves, no nothing out there. And the game will sell through the roof. They'll put it on Stellar Blade, and the game will sell through the roof. But when they put it on a black woman, it's not going to happen. They would rather lose money than make money. That's the reason why Microsoft is going downhill. And they won't make a game with men because DEI. They put themselves in this place where it's only destined to fail. If you're going to take out men, at least replace it with attractive women. If you're going to take out white women, at least replace it with an attractive black female. They're not going to do that. That's my point. Dragon Ball made a sexy green alien woman, but not black, is crazy in the Dragon Ball Super Brawly movie. If they put curves on the Uncharted woman, the franchise would still be alive. They've dug themselves into a hole, man, where they're trying to seem like they're not racist, but it just comes off racist. When I saw that astronaut black woman game, I said, "This is incredibly racist. What is this poor girl? Why is she so ugly? Oh my God, you hate black women." No, no, no. That person doesn't look real. That's not what black women look like. I grew up in the era of. I just gave you guys a full history where the black woman was killing it. And today you see these black women, and it's sad because they're trying so hard to stand out. And the best way back then, they didn't do these things, man, because they were it. And um, they were these black women are doing these things to try to stand out, but it just makes them look crazy. And I see a lot of black women with these red wigs, green wigs, and the makeup is on extra hard. They got extra makeup on. The Latinas and the Arabics and the skin, those type of women, they got to put that type of makeup on. But when you put it on, you're aging yourself about 20 years, and it looks crazy. Except for just standing up and saying, "Hey, stop making our image into mud." They rather just be quiet and continue to take that L. So there's so many elements at play here. The only people that can see through it is black men. But hey, black men, I don't put the cape on. Don't put it on. I'm not putting the cape on. I swear I'm not. I'm just telling the truth. Let them keep falling, man. They'll get it. They'll get it one of these days. Maybe not. Twin Telly is her name from Arms. That's different. That's Nintendo didn't put themselves in that place yet. Yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Especially after this video. It just seems like after my video, after I make a video, all of a sudden they start doing some recorrecting, and then Japan has to get on code with what the West is doing. Sorry, I went too deep. Everybody got quiet. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Everybody was loud up earlier. Oh man, you was lit, man. But I took it to a dark place. I'm sorry, guys. I always do that. I apologize. I am marveling at myself, man. I'm doing a great job, man. I am 600 years old, man. I haven't aged a day. Holy smokes, man. I be out here, people be talking to me, yeah, young man, and they don't know I'm a year younger than them. Calling me a young man. Yo, young man, all right, young man. They have no idea I'm older than them. Switch to flopped. Switch 2 flopped. Somebody came in here and said that the Switch 2 was popping. I didn't see that. I did not. I'm not on Twitter though, but still I haven't seen like a YouTube video. I haven't. Only thing I have is YouTube. I just downloaded Twitch, but this is for the weekend because I have 2 days off. But I'll delete it probably tomorrow because I'll be getting back into the groove of things. But I got today and tomorrow off. I wanted to play some PSP. I wanted to play the Wild Arms, the original Wild Arms games, but I think Wild Arms is also on PlayStation 4 as well. But I just kind of wanted the portable aspect of it all. Play some Wild Arms. Um, but I don't know, what time is it? I still want to make it to the gym, but I doubt it. Yeah, I thought the Switch 2 was. Yeah, somebody came in and said that the Switch 2 was selling like gangbusters and breaking numbers and breaking. I did not see that. And that's shocking that I still haven't seen that yet. We usually get. When did it come out? We usually get something really fast when it comes to sales numbers. Um, am I saying that it's not going to sell well? I'm pretty sure it's going to sell through its initial stock and stuff like that. I'm seeing people. I'm seeing people able to get access to a Nintendo Switch. They're able to just walk into the stores and get one, which is very surprising. I thought it would have been a lot harder than that. But I saw a couple of people just walk in, get the $500 bundle with Mario Kart World, and you know, with no problems. I was watching Mario Kart World. That looks terrible. That looks horrible. I didn't see anything different from when I was watching the original breakdowns, how the scope and the distance and the draw distance and all that, and the things that are gonna be into play. I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing the same old raggedy ass Mario Kart game. I'm seeing people in first place, and then they get hit with a blue shell, then they're in last place. I'm seeing people in first place, and then all of a sudden the lightning bolt comes down and they shrink down, and then everybody passes them, and then they get in last place. That's all I'm seeing. I'm like, what? That's not fun to me. I don't know why people think it's probably fun to people who like that type of stuff. It seems like it's more. It doesn't seem skill based. It seems like it's a luck thing. I got here on luck. I don't know. I don't like that, man. I don't like luck based games because you can be in the last place. You can get a bullet bill, and then you can a bullet bob, and then you can and then get to the first place, and then win. That's so stupid to me. Y'all remember Zobi WD? Zobi was hyping the Switch up. Half a grand for a Mario. Yeah, man. I feel you, Jix. It's nasty work, man. It's nasty work. And it's not even a Mario Kart machine. Cats, I'm telling you, I saw like 12 to 20 videos, people saying Mario Kart World ain't it. And they were being objective. They weren't trolling anything. They were like, man, this ain't it. I'd rather go play Mario Kart 8. Mm-mm. The Switch is a great. I know, we tend to have a few scragglers that come in here and they pretend like they don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? I've had to deal with that for years. Yeah, but what do you mean you don't like the PlayStation 5? You like the PlayStation 1? What do you mean you don't like the Xbox? You like the Xbox 360? I was hyping the Switch to it. Not see now he's extreme trolling now. Now when everybody's not, you know what I mean. Here comes the extreme trolling. All right, here we go. All right. The video's over. Now people are resorting to lying and extreme trolling. No, thank you. Yeah, it's gone. It's done, man. Gaming is done. There is no reason to be playing. I don't know why anybody's playing video games right now. I have no idea why. I'm flabbergasted off the tab of acid. Like I really do not. For real, I'm looking and I'm like, what? Why are people playing video games right now? What's going on? What's in this video game that's making people want to play? Man, I remember back in the day, man, you couldn't peel us off of those games, man. I remember back in the day, man, we could stop. I told this story, but I was at a barbecue. I'm at a barbecue, and when we grew up and we were at barbecues, and we were in front of that system. We were in front of it, right? I'm an older guy now. The younger generation is here. I'm looking at the younger generation. There's a PlayStation 5 in the living room, sitting there, dust all over it, right? And the only thing I saw was a little baby holding a Nintendo Switch, eating a hot dog, and he had the Switch in the other hand. That was the only person that I saw playing video games. Was a little random 5-year old walking around the party. You know those little random kids just walking around, got the switch in hand. You try to pretend like you're gonna take the switch. Nah, nah, you know what I mean? Random kid just kind of just doing it. The kid is tired as hell. He's just walking around in the sun doing this thing. That was the only thing I saw gaming wise. The kids were they got the super soakers. The kids are jumping into the pools. The kids are they going back to playing old stuff. They're riding racing on the bikes. Kids are going back. You know what I mean? The kids are going back to the stuff our kids did, our parents were doing when they were kids. They're playing Jack and the Jack. You know, they throw down the ball and picking up the pile of tacks, whatever that old ass game was, man. They're playing hopscotch. They're putting an X in a square, putting jump ropes. One kid pulled out a jump rope and started getting at it with the double dutch. I was like, these old ass games, yo. There's a brand new PlayStation 5 in the room. There's a stack of games right next to it. These kids would rather be outside than playing the PlayStation. That was something we would never think about doing. I lived in Arizona. It was 138,000 degrees every single day. There was a pool to keep us cool. And we were still in the house playing the video games. We were in the apartment complex. There was a pool in each little segment. There was about 5 to 6 pools in this big ass apartment. We would come out and get some ribs, get some turkey burgers, come back, and we got back up on the video games. Wow, we were getting access to the Mattins. We were getting access to the Def Jam Vibe for New York. Y'all like that? I didn't like that game, but they were playing that. You know what I mean? The NBA Lives. I didn't like that. I like the 2K better. I was always on some weirdo stuff, man. I would rather I was still playing games, but I was in the other room on the big TV, the big CRT, with the fuzzy lines on it, playing the JRPG. You know what I'm saying? And they would come in and go, man, what you playing, man? Man, come on, man, get in here and play this. Get in this tournament, man. Your team is up. We would play the tournament modes, and we would have our teams. And they would, Zoe, your team is up, man. I didn't want to. I don't want to play, man. Like, get in here, nigga. It's your turn, man. I was literally hooked on the instant. Yeah, remember? I loved turkey over beef. Yeah. We didn't get access to the beef burgers. Our family, we didn't eat beef. We had to eat the turkey burgers. The turkey burgers had no flavor, no nothing, man. That's just, we couldn't. Beef and pork was prohibited. You know what I'm saying? You had to go to somebody else's house to get access to the beef and all that stuff. The pork. I never ate pork though, but if I saw a beef burger, I'd be like, oh snap, I'm about to get that beef burger. I was shocked that the kids just weren't playing. They didn't give a damn about the video games. It's dead. It's garbage. The kids don't even like it. The only people that's interested in this garbage is people from my generation and a little bit younger. And people in their 30s, but it ain't nobody like 15, 16 anyway playing that garbage, man. It's bullcrap, yo. Now we couldn't get access to the beef now. Yo, Pharaoh, what's up, man? Take your turns on their own Grand Theft. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was another thing we used to do, man. Yo, they literally had to drag us up out of the basement or wherever we were playing the games. You know what I mean? Upstairs. Yo, hey, Zoe, Jeff, Bob, get down here. Your Aunt Susan is here. Come say hi. Yo, somebody would come upstairs with their badass kids and start interrupting the energy. You know what I'm saying? There was back in the day we didn't have the wireless joysticks that you kids have today. You know what I'm saying? You're getting access to the controllers. There's no wire there. It's just straight through. Back then in the Super Nintendo days, man, when they were playing the Mattins and the Tecmos, there was a cord. You know what I mean? These badass kids would come in, bow, boom. The foot would get caught up in the tangled within the cord. Bow. And boom. The whole screen goes blank. Remember those days? And what was crazy? What was crazy was that your foot would get caught on the cord, right? The council would literally yank off of the top of the goddamn CRT television, hit the floor, bow. You would pick that mother sucker up, boom, reset at the mother sucker, and would keep flipping working. It would keep working like nothing happened. Nowadays, come on, you can't even have a COVID attack in front of your goddamn. You gotta wear a goddamn mask in front of your PlayStation. You get the you get the coughing too strong next to your PlayStation, and it's, you know what I mean. Imagine your PlayStation 4 5 dropping today. You'd be like, oh my God, what happened? Was there an earthquake? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you'd be like, yo, what? Imagine your Nintendo Switch falling to the ground today. You'd be like, oh. You didn't have a heart attack with these new consoles, right? If these new consoles were able to hit the floor the way that the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis hit the floor, you would lose your mind. Back in the day, you had no worries. Boom! It would roll down the goddamn steps, and you were like, yo, get the thing. It would roll down the steps, and your friend would literally throw the goddamn console right back at you. You got the butterfingers, bow, drop, picks it back up, and go get to playing your games again. Stop. You can't do that today. Let somebody toss a Nintendo Switch at you right today. Hey, yo, here you go, your turn. You did have a heart attack. You'll have a heart attack. Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hand me the Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Staples on the box. Yeah. You just see that? Yo, did you see that? The GameStop took the goddamn Staples. Did you see that? Yo, they ruined the whole goddamn screen. Did you guys see that article? They're taking the receipt and stapling the now they're gonna have to use stickers and shit. They're taking the receipt and stapling it onto the Switch 2 box, right? The goddamn box is so cheap, the Switch is so cheap. The staple is going through the goddamn box and the Switch, tingling and wrapped up, ruining the goddamn screen. Oh my God. Could you imagine if this was the Super Nintendo? You could literally have a shootout. Bow, 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 bow. You could literally have a shootout next to the Super Nintendo and nothing would happen, bro. I mean, damn, oh, Seth, you got a hole in the Super Nintendo. Oh, it was a shootout the other. Stop, man. Stop. Gaming is trash, bro. Gaming is trash nowadays, bro. They don't even make the consoles like they used to anymore, man. Nope. Look at this. Look at my Nintendo Switch. I'm like, this is Super Nintendo era. I got the thing just hanging. You know what I mean? I got it just hanging there. I'm just treating it like it's a Super Nintendo. Get this garbage out of here, man. Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's not the same. You guys are new booty. You got no idea what I'm talking about, man. I'm too afraid to even put a game put a game in with the system. Yeah, combust again. You got the goddamn car. Oh, my battery's about to die, man. But yeah, I got to be gentle with the cartridge, putting it in the Switch because you might put it in the wrong way. I did that the other day. And I'm like, oh damn, did I break thing? What is this? Come on, man. This is cheap ass products, man. Get out of here. I gotta go, man. My battery's dying, fellas. I gotta go, man. I should have charged my battery. Anyway, I got to the gym anyway. Why do you think Nintendo keep bringing back the retro games like Yeah, Super Nintendo, NES games. Yep. That was the only time gaming was good. It's garbage now. It's nostalgic, man. You're so goddamn nostalgic. How they're literally taking our favorite games and turning them into Western shooters. They're giving us that third person over the view. And there's something wrong with me? There's something wrong with me because I'm mad that they took one of my favorite Japanese games and started appealing to the West and just completely forgetting about me. when I was the first one to do it, when I was here first. Boy, there's just no other company except for gaming where they can do that. They can treat the customer like that, man. That's crazy.